What's up, JK Proof back from the review today. Time to do It 2017, not the original.
It 2017 is a reimagining of the novel, not a remake. So it is a lot more faithful to the book than the original is. But of course, this film is rated R compared to the original film, which was PG. So that makes this film slightly better, but anyway, it got very good critical praise, and the acting is amazing for the kids, and I really will be enjoying this review, so let's get into It 2017.
Alright, so let's get into It Chapter 1.
We start out with Bill making Georgie's boat, but Georgie has to go down and get something to make it float. But of course he doesn't want to, but of course he has to, because there's something down there.
Never mind, it's nothing, we can't kill him off yet.
Bill puts on the stuff to make it float so Georgie can go outside in his iconic yellow raincoat, and end up running until he ends up hitting his head.
Ow! It looks like fun.
Georgie tries to get to the boat before it's ingrained, but he can't, so he can meet a special friend.
Hiya, Georgie.
Curry said it better.
Skarsgård does do a good job trying to keep him down there, but he does get creepy after a while.
Yeah, awesome opening. It's better than the original with the off-screen crap. I mean, the only thing that sucks about the movie is PG. This is full-out R.
We then see the It title card, and that's been a few months since Georgie, and that Mike can't kill the sheep, but his Uncle Rufus can. We then see school end, and them talking about Jewish people getting their circumcised. Everyone thinks Bev is a slut because she has no friends, and she gets slimed for that.
I'd rather be slimed by that than Nickelodeon slimed.
Besides, kids are throwing their crap away because Betty Ripson is missing. But then the dickheads come and bully them, but Bill won't stand for it. But of course, his father's there, so he doesn't do anything. Ben, the new kid, is listening to New Kids in the Block, and he ends up getting Bev's wife, so she signed his yearbook that doesn't have a signature on it. Rotary and Bill and Silver go home so they can try to figure out where Georgie is, but his dad isn't too optimistic about it.
Good job on doing it. It surprises me your age you can do that. I mean, Ben's supposed to be the architect. Except he's pretty much been traded with Mike, and they've been combined together. Mike is pretty much a farm boy now, but still.
Mike bikes to the city so he can find that there's a fire inside by It.
There, kids, watch out! Lousy kids.
Ben is learning to be a Jew for his circumcision, and he ends up seeing a creepy woman, but then it's gone so the CGI can come out.
He's in here less than Mike. That's saying a lot. He's not even in the movie as the background for most of it. Plus, Ben is pretty much taking a lot of Mike's stuff with history. So, Mike doesn't have much character, but he has more character than Stan. Here's the thing about this movie. They use a lot of CG. I mean, it's not too distracting, but it's pretty good CG, and I don't care. It looks good. As long as it looks good, it's fine with me, even though I prefer a practical effect. But this movie still has practical effects, so I like it.
We then go back to the man kids who are getting ready to go down the Barrens, but Eddie has to give his mom a kiss, and Richie wants a kiss too.
One for me too, Mrs. K?
Trust me, kid, you do not want to kiss her, or you'll definitely get a disease. And some crabs, too.
Then go to Ben, who is writing a note for Beverly, a poem, and we also see the dairy history.
Yeah, history's pretty fucked up. It wouldn't surprise me you'd find that in a regular history book.
And then sees a balloon behind him and an Easter egg there.
Is he gonna turn into the Easter Bunny? That'd be awesome. Aw, no Easter Bunny.
It runs after him until he runs into a library and goes outside to find Henry Bowers and his gang.
So, remember in the original miniseries when he's trying to cut the H into his stomach, but in the book he actually cut him. And they reused this for the movie, which I do like, showing Bowers is fucked up.
So he gets that H into his chest, and he ends up getting away eventually, and Bowers loses his knife, so he runs away for the others, but they're in the gray water. Find rips in his shoe, and they see Ben. He's pretty fucked up. Rocksteader goes down the wrong tube, looking for him, but he only finds a few zombies in there, so he can see I Heart Dairy.
I Heart Dairy is a reference to the book where this actually gay kid gets a balloon Pennywise saying I Heart Dairy, and he also had a hat with I Heart Dairy on. But this is also a reference to the other part of the book where he jacks Henry Bowers off. Pretty fucked up scene. I don't suggest you read it, or the gangbang.
They get all the supplies for it, but they don't got that much money, so Bev is there to help when she buys tampons. She flirts with the clerk so they can help Ben out with his wounds. Bill sees love at second sight.
Love at second sight? It's normally love at first sight, isn't it?
And Richie tells them exactly why she's called a slut.
I hear the list is longer than my wang.
That's not saying much.
I don't even have to say anything. You just got burned.
She goes home to her creepy-ass daddy, and this makes her want to cut her hair off.
I liked your hair long. Why'd you have to cut it?
None of the boys had the balls to jump down there, but one of them do.
I'll go.
I guess she has the biggest balls out of all of them.
So they all jump down and play around until they just start staring at Beverly awkwardly. Ben tells them all about their research, and then Derry has the most deaths in anywhere in the world. They then go down to Ben's to see the research that he's done, and that there's a picture of everybody from Derry and it there also. And that Ben has that New Kids in the Block poster, but Bev don't tell anybody. He is walking home when he goes near Niebolt house. And he drops all his crap because it scares the hell out of him, but somebody helps him get it up.
Do you think this will help me, Eddie?
Hey, cool, it's the guy who's gonna playing the new Slender Man. That's pretty good, but at least he's not asking Eddie for a blowjob.
Then the soon-to-be Slender Man chases after him until he sees the clown.
Great trailer shot.
We'll float down here.
Bev finds that note that Ben put in, even though she's no did it, and she hears some noises down the sink. She goes down to look, but she gets exploded in the face.
Holy shit! Did you base that off Nightmare on Elm Street or Evil Dead? I can't tell, since either way is bloody as hell in both those movies, and it's blood comes out of something. Good reference if you were trying that.
Her dad comes in to see the blood, but he can't see it at all since it makes it so adults can't see the blood. So Bill then wakes up with water coming out of his wall.
Freddy's dead of you.
He ends up finding a Lego turtle in Georgie's room, and he finds a rain-coated figure in there, finding Georgie downstairs.
You'll will do. You will do. You will do.
You'll float too.
Ooh, great Georgie puppet. Can you make him sing?
So the next morning, they all go down to Bev's house, so they can see the blood that's still there. And that they can clean it up in 80s montage, everyone but Richie. So then, Bill ends up telling her that he's not too much into poetry, so now Bev knows it's not him.
That cleanup's gonna take hours. But it just takes a few minutes with movie magic.
Then all say that they've seen a clown, except for Richie.
Virgins see this stuff? Is that why I'm not seeing this shit?
Trust me, you're not a virgin, even if you try to jack off. Because in the book, he did try and nothing came out, so you're not a virgin.
They then see that Mike is getting the shit beat out of him because, well, it's looking at.
Hi, Penny.
Then the Losers Club goes down to help a full-out cartoonish rock war. They can kick the shit out of them with stuff that should kill them with how big the rocks are.
Oh, your dad, you mullet-wearing asshole!
Badass as hell. Love you, Richie. Even though I do love the original Richie, he just wasn't as trash talky. I prefer this Richie.
So now Mike is part of the Losers Club, and they go down to the parade to celebrate. Of course, they talk about that it is one being, and Richie tells them his greatest fear. Then use a projector to see the dairy works, so they can see where it's coming from, and the thing goes haywire.
Turn it off! Turn it off!
Awesome, one of the best scares in the movie. This is great.
Then Bill and Silver go down to Neibolt House so they can confront it and get Georgie back. Then he makes a speech about that without stuttering at all.
Acting, kid. I mean, these kids really do act well, and I enjoy it for just that, really.
Off screen, they draw some straws so Richie, Eddie, and Bill can go in to find a missing poster and to get separated so that Eddie can break his arm. Then he corners Eddie into a room with a bunch of clown dolls and a Tim Curry clown, and himself as a doll.
Beep, beep, Richie.
Thanks for the reference. It's a great reference. I love that line.
Then see a kid playing some loogie, and then it becomes pretty much the Ring Girl, and they see a few doors so they can figure out that they're not real because it's not that scary, and fight Penny.
Real enough for you, Billy? I'm not real enough for you. What's real enough for Georgie?
Damn, that's a low blow, Pennywise. Really, it's not cool.
But Bev is here to save the day, stabbing Pennywise in the eye so they can turn to CT and eventually retreat.
Nice to see everybody working together, even though Mike has only been in a few minutes so far.
So then Richie snaps Eddie's arm back into place so that Eddie's mom can yell at them and call Bev a slut. Then this makes them fight about going after it or not. So this makes them disband for about a month. Then those months later we see Bowers is about ready to shoot a cat, but his dad stopped him with making him become a pussy. Then Eddie ends up going to the drugstore to get a refill, but he learns it's bullshit and he gets his little cast sign. Then, after months of searching, Bowers finally finds his knife so he can watch his favorite TV show and kill his father.
Ooh, it's my favorite TV show.
And with more bad parenting, Bev, well, her dad figured out about the poem, so yes, she's still his girl, but of course she's not. So she kicks him in the net, and then she knocks him out so it can take her.
Every asshole in this movie get extreme brain damage. Oh shit, I wasn't expecting that. Oh, that's screwed.
He finds her dad's body. He wants to go watch Nightmare on Elm Street 5, but he can't since he has to tell them to go and help Beverly because it got her. And Eddie has a little bit of a harder time because his mom is a bitch.
Bullshit!
Good job, kid. Your mom's a big fat bitch with crabs.
He then leaves that hellhole to get away from the bitch, and then they take the gun so that Bowers can watch them with his dead friends as the lead scene.
Henry Bowers' friends are dead in the lead scene. They show him with their neck slit. Technically, the body count is 6, but they ended down 3, so nevertheless kills.
They all decide to go down the well, but Beverly wakes up to see Pennywise dance.
You can put anything over this and it makes it hilarious. Just look it up. It's just hilarious.
So then Pennywise puts her in his deadlights so she can be paralyzed for a little while, and so that Henry can attack Mike and try to kill him with his own gun, but he misses, so yeah, he goes down the well.
holy shit, he is dead as fuck. I mean, even if they bring him back, that would hurt like fuck. Either that or it would eat him. Either way, he's pretty much screwed. I mean, he could be alive, but there's a low chance of it. Then they lose Stan because of this. And they do end up finding him being eaten, but they stop it from eating him, so they can find Beverly floating. And then Eddie shows some character development with going in the gray water, and Ben wakes Belle up. Well, kiss solves everything. Except this time the frog didn't turn to a prince. So that she can find Georgie, but he kills him because, of course, it's Pennywise in disguise as Georgie. That the gun isn't loaded, but somehow it hurts him because it's imagination. So this fight goes down for about a minute, and it tries to make a deal, but Richie kind of would allow that, but he doesn't.
I'm gonna have to kill this fucking clown. Welcome to the Losers Club, asshole!
And they fight it with it, kind of showing its true form, referencing the mummy from the book, and so that Bev can kill her dad, because she fucking hates his ass. So then this could take it down, so that Bill can make a speech about it being afraid, and he can say his final words for now. Now he knows that Georgie is really gone, and then a few months later she talks about how she remembers little that they were adults and they were seeing each other and how they felt. And so they make a promise, if it comes back, they'll come back too. So they make a blood pact. They swear to each other they will come back. And of course they leave in a specific way, so maybe some of them will die. But they kiss and she actually enjoys it. She prefers Bill to Ben, even though Ben's a lot sweeter and eventually Bill wouldn't be fat. So that ends it. Chapter 1. Before I get into my thoughts, let's show the best kills. There aren't many kills in it, so it's a difficult choice. But it's definitely going to Georgie, because it's the most on-screen kill we got instead of the one kill. So it's definitely getting the best kill, because it is so iconic. It's getting number 1, of course. First kill, I guess, is gonna go to Hockstetter, since even though it does make the balloon slightly scary, and I do like the I Heart Dairy, it is off screen, so I guess it's gonna get the worst kill, even though it's not a bad kill. It's definitely the worst one of the movie. Alright, now for my thoughts on the new reimagining of it, even though I love the original still.
Personally, I loved it, 2017. It was great. Almost as good as the original, or even better, and I love it. Skarsgård's performance is very good, and I do enjoy it, but not as much as Tim Curry, but I still love it. The kid actors are amazing, because their performances are great. The comedy they do. Plus, the original is PG, this is now R, so the gore is upped up. Even though there's not too many kills, still, I do enjoy that. Plus, the CGI is in there a lot, but I do not mind it since, if you have a killer clown in a movie and it can turn to anything, use CG. It does help, as long as it looks good. But I do love some amount of references. I mean, they're not too hard in there, though. But either way, I love it. 2017. Can't wait for it Chapter 2.
Either way, it's a great movie. I loved it. I think I might prefer it to the original slightly, but only slightly. I still prefer Tim Curry, though. But, yeah, I loved it, so I'm giving it a 5 out of 5. Being awesome. So, I hope you guys liked this video. Next week, we'll be covering Transformers, the movie, and I'll see you guys then.